going on, YouTube? It's your boy DFK Reacts, and I am back with another video, man. Now, somebody in my comment section, I'm sorry for not remembering your @name, and I will go ahead and once you comment on a video, I will pin your comment in comment section below just to give you the credit that you need, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I thank you for responding to me saying I want to branch out the channel, man. And you did let me know to react to Undisputed, man. I'm a big fan of Undisputed. I've been watching Undisputed since 2019, and I watched the whole episode every single day, man. I have missed some episodes due to me waking up late, me have to work, so I did, but I hadn't up rewatching it the next day or on my day off. So I have not seen it due to what you told me. I quit watching so I don't have to watch the video and then react to them again. It don't make no sense. But I did went ahead and let everything go by and then go react to this one right here. So the main thing for this video is going to be Russell Wilson drama with Seattle Seahawks. Personally, as a Russell supporter, I'm not a fan because I'm as you all know, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan to heart. You know what I'm saying? But I do support Russell Wilson. He is one of the top 10 best. He is on the top 10 best quarterback on the NFL right now as we speak. But they're doing to get rid of him. I don't know why, to be honest. But let's go ahead and see exactly what Skip and Shannon have to say about this.
Michael Robinson is weighing in on the Russell Wilson drama in Seattle right now, and his former teammate is pretty confused about how things are unfolding. Robinson said, quote,
I would be confused as well, because the man is an MVP caliber player.
The front office made sure that every other alpha male was out the door so that this team could be Russell Wilson's. Now
that team been his ever since he got on here. It was a little problem between him and Matt Flynn in the beginning, but he won that starting lineup.
He wants to have input on the offense.
He had it ever
since. A lot of times what we're seeing here is that if I'm reading Rob correctly, he said they paid him twice. All the dominant other voices they removed from the equation to make sure Russ knew this was his team.
If you know exactly what I mean by paying twice, let me know in the comment section below.
Gave a nice honeymoon, and then after that, it's over. We don't do no more vacations. We're not going out to eat. I done gave you all that. He's like, what you think gonna happen? He gonna say, oh, no, you didn't. So in other words, because they removed the dominant voices, it's Russ's team. And because they paid him twice, Russ basically just throw the football. Russ says, I want to be protected. You see how many times Russ has been hitting? All of it is not on the offensive line. When you ain't mobile quarterback, a lot of times you run yourself into sacks. If you look at the guys that have been sacked the most, the majority of them were mobile. Brett Favre has been sacked the most. Brett Favre was mobile. John Elway's been sacked a lot.
Brett Favre was not really mobile.
So was Ben Roethlisberger, Randall Cunningham, guys that can move around.
I would consider Ben a pocket passer, no?
Ben Roethlisberger is 5 sacks from behind Tom Brady, and Tom Brady played probably 3 or 4 more years than Big Ben.
Ben's going to last one more, right?
Damn.
Maybe it's 8 games if he keep on taking the punishment that he's taking. So
that is true. I never really considered
I want to be protected, guys.
Ben as a mobile quarterback, but when he explained that, I see
We've
it
had
now.
the 30th or the 32nd highest paid offensive line in football. So how do you expect me to win with that? Everybody get to have input. Your sons, they get input in the offense, but when I try to have some input into the offense, you scoff at that. So Russ is saying, enough of this. I appreciate everything you've done, but if you think just because you turned the team over for me and you can leave me unprotected and I'm going to be okay, I'm not going to be okay with that. If you think I should not have input on what I think would work best for me, you're sadly mistaken. So, no, I do not agree with Rob. I understand he has the pulse, the heartbeat of the team, but I'm going to disagree. I'm going to respectfully disagree with him on this. Russ says, I want to be protected. I want to have input on the team. And I get, well, he should have did this. Players always have to step on eggshells. Well, don't do this. Players never tell, teams never tell the players, we want to trade you. They just do it.
Facts.
Russ says, look, give me some input. I've gone to you. I've tried to be as
I remember watching Devontae David, or is that his name? The little dude that quit on the coach, number 21 or 24. When he played with the Dolphins, he was a pretty good corner, and it just come out of nowhere. You've been traded to the coach.
A little bit.
Just out of nowhere. So no one knows exactly when you'll be traded. You just play your ass out.
Yes.
And I believe there's much truth to what he's saying. They did for years go out of their way to elevate Russ to the pedestal in the locker room, right?
Yeah.
It started with that Super Bowl after 2014 season. You always say that was the turning point for the Legion of Boom.
Yep.
And you know what happened?
I agree.
They put the ball in Russ's hands instead of beast mode's.
Yep.
The 1 yard line, and the rest is Super Bowl history.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That play with a bro. Pete Carroll made the worst coaching mistake ever by throwing that ball in that goal line, bro. I'm a big Malcolm Butler fan, but that could have been the second ring.
Right? Yes.
And it was all about Russell
It's all right,
getting
bro.
too much respect.
It was a long time
getting
ago.
elevated by management, almost like
You haven't been there since, but you know, it's good. It's good.
Okay, so we've gone from that to the teacher's pet turning on the teacher.
That body control by Malcolm Butler was perfect. Like he
preseason last year,
back into the end zone.
NFL
he took
players
forward
only
so
top
safety
100
or
voted
give the
upon
ball
by the
back
players.
if it really step out of bounds or step
Russell
outside
came
the
within
line.
a whisker of beating out Lamar for the top spot. Remember that?
Yeah.
So he's 1A of the best player in football. And then he got off to a pretty good start, but over the last 11
I don't know if
games
he better
last
than Aaron
year,
Rodgers,
he wasn't very good
not?
because he had the second most turnovers in the whole NFL in the last 11 games.
No,
They did
I heard
hang
it.
in. They hung on. They won the division. They got a home playoff game, and what happened?
They got shellacked.
They got shellacked
They got
by
shellacked.
a rival within the division,
They
the
got
Rams,
shellacked.
who had to start John
Hey, I ain't gonna
Wolford
cap,
at
bro. Skip is
quarterback
like, not
because
Skip.
Jared
Sin
Goff
is like
had
the
screws
funniest
put
person
in
I
his
ever watched on
throwing
TV,
thumb
bro.
because it was
When it comes to
fractured,
debate
right?
about LeBron
And
James, bro,
Wolford
this man
lost
will put his
quickly,
heart
and
out
they
and
lost
explain to
Jared
you why
Goff
LeBron
with
James is the
screws
GOAT.
in his throwing
And trust me, I
thumb, right?
always
And in
agree.
that game,
LeBron
Russell
James to
Wilson,
me
the
is
final
the
score was
greatest basketball player of
30-20.
all
Russell
time
had a QBR
because
17
I was
scores,
not
scale
watching
0 to
Michael
100,
Jordan. I don't
which
care how great he is. I know he is great.
was
Of course, he won 6
certainly
rings, but
by
I watched
best
LeBron ever
quarterback
since
in the
LeBron
league
started playing, so
standards,
I
right?
can say LeBron the greatest of all
We
time.
went from Seattle
But
fans saying,
that's
let Russ
a whole different
cook,
topic.
to let Russ sulk, because I became more and more disappointed in him, and I have great respect for him and on and off the field respect for him. But what started to happen? It felt like he was classic Aaron Rodgers blame deflecting. It felt like he was pointing fingers to take the onus off him and put it on them.
Well, Russ understands that he has to play better, Skip. The way that he played down the stretch, and you mentioned it, with the turnovers, is unacceptable. Like I said, a mobile quarterback a lot of times will run himself into sacks when he's thinking that he's running away from something on the front side. He falls into the trap on the backside, and Russ does a lot of that. Deshaun gets sacked a lot because he's mobile. They feel they can get out of harm's way. Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, guys that you think, oh man, they can get out of harm's way. They run themselves into trouble sometimes also. Skip, I get that.
I always feel like that.
You've turned this over to me. But in the process of doing that, you've also hampered me by not giving me offensive linemen that can protect me. Skip, I mean, those offensive linemen, the 30th, you spent no money. Yes, you giving me great wide receivers, Lockett and DK Metcalf and Moore. Yeah, they got great weapons on the outside.
Was DK Metcalf not the steal of the 2019 draft? He was near the bottom of the second round. Was that not the steal?
He's been great.
Green Bay would have grabbed him.
That running backs can't stay healthy.
No,
it seems like,
but it's not like they're not there. They just can't stay
healthy. But I feel Russ, because at the end of the day, Skip, when this all thing is over, ain't nobody gonna look at nobody's gonna look at no linebackers. Ain't nobody looking at no DBs. Ain't no one looking at no running backs. This is
he telling the truth though.
This is on Russell's plate. Russell, the quarterbacks get far too much of the credit. They get far too much of the blame. But you know when it's all said and done, this is gonna be Russ. Ain't nobody gonna mention nothing about no Legion of Boom. They gonna say, well, Russ didn't get it done. They gonna say, even though the Legion of Boom, you said it, they had that lead in the fourth quarter. But who takes the blame? Russ. He threw the ball.
Facts.
What they couldn't understand, why, Pete, you even
that
put him in that
Hell
situation.
no, that person is not going to bring the
a quarterback of your caliber, audible out of that. Run it.
Bam.
They hold Pete and Russ equally responsible because they felt Russ had the cachet to audible out of that, and Pete should have never called a play with to begin with.
Facts.
But I understand Russ.
Hey, Skip be saying some true shit, dog. Right? You gotta listen to what he's saying.
It's a situation
he really do his homework when it comes to knowing about what he's talking about.
And you best believe, Skip, if they call something at Alabama and Coach Saban don't like it, you think they're gonna run that play?
Nope.
So Pete Carroll.
Definitely when it comes to run or pass.
Yes.
Not specific play call.
Right. Yeah.
Run or pass.
Right.
Because that's what Jimmy Johnson used to tell me. I do have final say.
Right.
And I can tell Norv Turner, run it.
Run it. Right.
You pick the run.
You pick the run. I ain't telling you what to run. Don't you have to run 18 handoff strong or 19 handoff weak, but run the ball.
I agree. So when Pete Carroll heard pass, he was like, I'm good.
Right.
And when Russ heard pass in his headset, I think he was like, I got this.
Yeah.
Right?
But the thing is, you got this. When you have
that's how I feel too. I feel like they wanted to.
And the guy is pressed.
They want us to picture Russell Wilson as this football god where he won a Super Bowl against the greatest quarterback of all time.
Out of that call on
from
the
what
play
y'all
of the
saying,
game.
Should have called free. Should
have. But when you think about it,
that's what everybody else runs.
That's how simple it should have ran.
Clemson won the national.
I'll give you that. You would have had a little better
Or they
shot.
could have went
because he's pressed.
a play option. You know what I'm saying? That
you won't be able to get to the outside.
He did not make a poor throw.
No.
It was on the money.
To be smart or get that ball like shit for the SD drive, man.
You're trying to get leverage. Brandon Browder is 6'4". He's long.
Yep.
Once he press and stales you, there's no way. Because now you don't get the rub on the outside on Malcolm Butler. So what is Butler going to do? Drive.
Break.
He's taught, say, look here, if they run sluggo on you, that's us. But you better not let...
He did say they had practiced against that play that week.
Yes.
Because remember, he'd barely played all year. He's a rookie, undrafted out of West Alabama.
They put him in the game because, if I'm not mistaken, Kyle Arrington was getting killed.
He was
getting torched.
Yep.
And so Coach Belichick said, no. No. And to give Butler credit, because he got him a play, the guy bobbled it, caught it, got up and tried to run it, and Malcolm Butler tackled him before he got to the end zone.
Yep.
So give him credit, Skip. Things haven't been the same. Russell is saying, Pete, I need protection and I need input. The same thing that Tom Brady, remember Tom Brady felt? What did Tom Brady say one of the reasons Tom Brady wanted to leave? He felt that his voice was no longer being heard.
Correct.
I don't think his voice was ever heard.
No.
That's a little Brady fan.
Russ don't care, Skip. Russ don't care. He don't want to say, well, go get me this offensive lineman. I just need some offensive linemen. Can we not just
give me something, you know what I'm saying?
Can we not get all 5th and 6th round picks?
They did go get that Dwayne
Brown.
He was pretty good. Maybe he's getting up there.
Yeah, he's getting on up there in age. But I get it with Russ. But you know what? Russ is starting to cause too much problem. Y'all should let him go, Seattle.
Yeah.
And let's see what you got.
Well, he did lose me when he went public with 4 teams he would like
I feel like the Dolphins should trade for Russell.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's really...
Russ didn't say that. That was his representative.
Russ to be in Miami.
You know who's co-signed on that one, right?
Russ did.
Okay. Well, maybe Russ should look in the mirror before he looks upstairs at what's not being done.
The man, look here, Skip.
True.
The man has an entertainer wife.
True.
And she wants to work, too.
Okay.
What is she going to do up in Seattle?
I don't know.
Nothing. Squat. There is not much to do in Seattle. I've never been there personally, but I've heard that there is not much to do in Seattle. If you live in Seattle watching this video, man, let me know what you do. You know what I'm saying? What kind of fun things you guys have in your area, and you know, maybe one day we'll stop by and actually, hang out with y'all, man. Make sure we keep everything clean. It's been your boy, man. I actually enjoyed this video. I need to do more of that. That was old. That was the 11th. That was today. Okay, I'm up today. Yeah. It's been your boy DFK, man. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. If you have not liked the video, punch that like button and follow me on all social media, man. It's been your boy. I'm gone.